Hey, you're watching The Subterranean Maker. This week we'll take a look at a budget Arduino starter kit off of Amazon. And this is it, the Elegoo Uno Super Starter Kit. I bought this kit because I'm starting from zero again, so I'm hoping to get a fair amount of common components and a couple of sensors so that I can build proof of concept systems of my ideas. If you're a beginner, your rationale will be more or less the same. The biggest difference is that you as a beginner will want instructions and tutorials to learn how to use the platform and electronics in general. So as a beginner, is this kit for you? Stay tuned as we discover the answer. This kit cost just shy of $40 and there was no tax on it. It shipped out really fast and took only 2 days from order to receipt. It came in a branded bubble wrap envelope. This is the first surprise I got. To my mind, at this price point, I was expecting an unbranded plastic bag of components. Inside is a plastic parts box, which is again branded. I reckon this means the company is committed to the industry. I'd be wasting your time listing all the components here in the video. Have a look at the product on Amazon to see what's included. I'll put a link down in the description. Let's go over the components worth mentioning. The box is a bit on the small side, so when you start taking stuff out, it's hard to fit everything back in. I feel this is better than the SparkFun Inventor Kit one because you have divisions to keep stuff organized. Okay, let's look at the board itself. It seems to be of better quality than the Chinese clones I used to have. Once again, we can find the company brand on it. The microcontroller is in a DIP package as opposed to a surface mount chip. I prefer it this way. But what I absolutely love about this board is that the pin names and numbering are printed at the side of the headers. This seems so trivial, but they are so useful and you will sorely miss them when it's gone. The USB cable isn't the shortest I've seen, but it is pretty short, and it hangs from the USB ports on a desktop PC. On a laptop, you won't have this issue. The jumper wires in this kit are absurdly short, with the exception of a couple of longer included ones. Depending on the orientation of your Arduino relative to the breadboard, you might have wires such as these that struggle to reach their connection point. Back to a positive. This kit includes all 3 types of motors you'll commonly need and use. You get a stepper, a DC motor, and a servo motor. This is opposed to only 2 motors included with a SparkFun Inventors kit I had in the past. Overall, you get value for money in the hardware side of things. You'll have enough stuff to start building your ideas. Let's see how Elegoo does in the documentation and tutorial part of things. The initial impressions of the instructions were good. It seems well organized and easy to follow. It goes at an acceptable pace for beginners. All the code, libraries, and instructions are included on the disk, so it's easy for you to get a working circuit and program. Where the instructions fall flat is in the explanation of things. As this is a beginner kit, they need to explain everything in detail. They don't really explain all the components and their operating principles. They don't explain coding principles, and they don't always show you how to make the electrical connections. The code is also poorly commented and explained. Simple things such as conditional statements, variable definitions, or compiler directives aren't dealt with in the instructions. So I can go on and on about this, but the Elegoo instructions doesn't cut the mustard. And there's a second thing. It doesn't matter. Wait, what? Yeah, that's right. There's tons of free resources that can teach you how to use the platform and electronics. For example, there's the SparkFun Inventors Kit, there's the official Arduino project book, and they have examples on their website. Links to all of these resources are in the video description. So is this budget kit from Amazon worth it? Undoubtedly, yes. You get bang for your buck on the hardware side. The included materials suck, so throw them out and use the plethora of free resources to teach yourself how to build awesome things.